management.
Right.
And I think next up we've got a state of the championship address.
It is with regret that I need to make the
Obviously,
following
due to
announcement.
Enserico now being injured, we need to find out what's happening with that title.
Your current and reigning Grapple British Wrestling Champion Enserico has unfortunately picked up quite a significant injury. He isn't unfortunately able to defend his title in the contracted time frame, as a result of which he needs to vacate his title.
The crowd definitely not happy with that
isn't
news.
here this evening. He's at home recovering from his injuries. He's got a torn meniscus. And we here at Grapple wish him a very speedy recovery.
We do wish him a speedy recovery. We don't like anyone to get injured.
Especially since well liked to Enserico.
Absolutely, you got the
Big
warrior.
hit to the crowd.
Very
You're
popular.
loving. You're
They do love him.
absolutely loving Enserico. And it's
As a
sad
result of
news.
which the Grapple British Wrestling title is now upheld and it is vacant.
That's obviously adding salt to the wound.
That's CJ Banks. What's he doing out here? He was the last person to face Enserico for the championship. He was the last person that Enserico beat for the championship
And
to retain that
CJ
championship.
Banks thinks he should have won that match, so
course
he
he does.
probably feels he's got a strong claim.
CJ Banks thinks he's he calls himself the pound for pound best around, and
Definitely
is here
looking
ringside.
confident tonight.
And I think he's got his mind set. He wants that Grapple championship.
And he does not look happy. It looks like he's got something to say right now. The crowd not liking him right now.
He's asking for the microphone, and
It's like,
Rick hands it over. Let's see what CJ's got to say.
Keep dabbing, I'm going to come out there and break your arms.
Strong
obviously
words.
in a good mood tonight.
Very funny little gimp.
Strong words from CJ Banks. Got children here asking what a gimp is.
For those of you who don't know, although you should know, my name is CJ Banks.
Definitely not lacking in confidence, Seb.
Shut it, you Yorkshire drip. And I am, pound for pound, the best wrestler. Not just in England, not just in Scotland, not just in Wales, Britain, Europe, but the world.
Definitely strong words there.
He thinks very highly of himself, does CJ Banks, and with right.
This microphone down your throat.
He's right to, though, as well.
Obviously got an impressive resume behind him to make that statement.
England, France, Wales, Scotland, China, Italy, Germany, Spain. I've beat them all, yet here I am tonight in this dump called York. I'll smack the beard off McGregor's face.
I think he's after a fight as well.
He's called out about 5 or 6 people from the crowd already. He's got to focus on his match. He's got a match tonight. He's in the main event against the 80-minute man David Graves.
And David Graves is no slouch, being one of our top up-and-comers.
Absolutely.
He's stupid, stinking, loudmouth brats.
Former tag team champion to worry about.
Fat, disgusting, skanky women.
That is some kind of slate.
Very getting distasteful now.
And a load of men that couldn't fight their way out of the paper back. And I am the man that is fully responsible for taking out the Ugandan warrior, meaning that he had to vacate the Grapple British Championship.
He's not wrong. He was the last man to face the Ugandan warrior.
However, he didn't win. He must be happy now it's vacated.
And I'm the best wrestler in the world. I don't see how there's any other option than to come out here and award me
the Grapple British Championship.
Can't deny if he put the champion out,
And
he does have a claim.
Here comes
He does
David
have a claim.
Graves. He's got other opinions.
The crowd enjoying him.
You can stop your clapping, Grandma.
That's not my grandma. CJ, I've got a problem with a couple of things that you just said. I'll get there. CJ, there is no doubt that you are one of the best wrestlers in the world.
The best in the world.
The pound for pound best, I know, you keep saying it, you keep drilling it down everybody's throat. But one thing that I'm not happy with is the disrespect that you've shown for the people at York, the people at Grapple Wrestling.
These people don't deserve any respect.
Hey, listen here, for the last 4 years I've called York my home. There is no way that you can come out here and show these people that amount of disrespect. There is also no way that you can come out here and demand that you are given the British Wrestling Championship.
Good point.
Listen to me, look at me when I'm talking to you. I am Grapple Wrestling, alright? I've been here since day one, and I have never, listen to me complaining, I have never had a British Wrestling Championship match. Tonight, I'm facing you, CJ. That's already been announced. That's already been decided. And if you want so much to get your hands on that Grapple Wrestling British Championship, how about we make our match, if it's alright with the people in charge and the people here in York, how about we make our match for the title?
The crowd definitely up for that one.
David Graves just challenged CJ Banks
CJ Banks
to a title match for the vacant
What an
Grapple
offer.
British Championship.
The 80-minute man, Grapple Wrestling British Championship.
That match just got a whole lot interesting. Let's see what the authorities have to say about that one.
Alright, Davy Graves. Let's have it. And I promise you now, I'll put you in your grave. You may call yourself the 80-minute man, but tonight it'll only take me 3 seconds to smash your head in. Be crowned the British champion, and then I'll come out there and smash all your heads in as well.
Strong, confident
Wow.
words right
And you
there.
can bank
Passionate
on
confidence.
that.
Strong words by CJ Banks. You've got to think how getting against the crowd right now will bite him back later. Intense,
Is it official? Do you people want to see it?
Crowd definitely wants to see it, David.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Our main event tonight. CJ Banks against David Graves will decide the next Grapple
Whoa!
Wrestling Champion.
It's been authorised. It's been
Fantastic news
signed.
there.
That match is for the British Championship.
The pound best wrestler in the world, apparently by CJ Banks, going one-on-one with one of the hardest workers I've seen in David Graves. Just what do you think of this matchup?
Well, both men have great claims to the championship opportunity, that's for sure. David Graves works one hell of a hard day for Grapple, week in, week out.
But at the same time, CJ Banks can't be happy he wasn't just given the title.
You
as
can't
he
just be
feels he
awarded
should
the title,
have.
you've got to fight for it. He didn't have the title, and Serica had the title.
I think CJ Banks has more to
At the
say.
end of the night, I'll be waving goodbye to all of you scumbags. As the new Grapple British Champion.
CJ Banks, all business tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event for the evening. It is for the vacant Grapple Wrestling British Heavyweight Championship.
Not only for the championship, Seb, but this is David Graves' chance to prove that he can hang with the best.
Absolutely. I mean, I know David Graves can hang with the best. I've seen him hang with the best. It's not the first time he stepped into a ring with CJ Banks.
Not for the Grapple Championship, though. This is his first chance to prove he is capable for that title.
Looks like CJ Banks is making people wait. Oh no, he's there, he's at ringside.
CJ Banks focused and totally angry because he is bald.
Oh, CJ Banks spitting at the fans. That is an absolute disgrace.
Already thinking our title's his. That is confidence right there.
And his opponent.
Here we are. David Graves, former tag team champion.
David Graves is a former tag team champion. He only recently lost those to the team of Liam Slater and Mark Rolls. But David Graves is now stands alone. He's Stan's tag team partner, Adam Rose. BA. Try time for David Graves. And not only is this two men looking to prove a point, not only is this two men looking to get to the pinnacle, the top of Grapple Wrestling's ladder, this is Lancashire versus Yorkshire. This is a War of the Roses.
War of the Roses, Volume 2.
As much as I like David Graves, I've got to support my home county. I've got to support my home county of Lancashire. I've got to support CJ Banks in this one.
This is where I disagree. Yorkshire's got it in this one. David Graves, he's got his point to prove. After that Grapple Championship, I've got it in his heart here.
Introducing first, in the corner to my right, he hails from Merseyside. He weighs it tonight at
I forgot it was a Scouser.
stone. He's the pound for pound. Best around, it's CJ Banks. And his opponent, standing to my left, he weighs in tonight at 13.5 stone. He hails from the dugout. This is the 80-minute man, David Graves.
Right now, it's not about 80 minutes, it's about that 3 seconds.
Hey, it's about as long as you can go. If you can go 80 minutes in this match, I think David Graves has got it in the bag. I'm not sure Juice has got that sort of distance in him. Maybe he has. He is pound for pound the best around.
David Graves, former rugby
Bell's been
player,
run.
he's got the cardio in this match.
Absolutely, that's why they call him the 80-minute man, and that's why he hails from the dugout. There's a former rugby league player, is David Graves, and that's why he comes to the ring with his rugby ball in tow. Both men collar elbow tie up, jockeying for position, rolling around the ropes there as they absolutely.
Who do you think is stronger out of these two right now?
It's hard. It's very difficult to say. They're both evenly matched. The sizes aren't too different. You could argue that the wily veteran in nature inside of CJ Banks, he's got the more, his body's used to the competition, so to speak. David Graves, as much as he is used to it, he is more, or he's less experienced than CJ Banks.
Right, I think so.
But look at him, he's the bigger man, truly, and he's a former rugby league player, so he's used to taking those hard hits and delivering them as well.
Banks almost showing him a bit of respect right now. A bit
so
cautiousness.
And so he should. CJ Banks, he's not all mouth. He has got a brain as well inside the head of his. That's why he's so successful in the wrestling world.
Nice bit of mat wrestling right there.
Yeah, this is something that you're high up on there as the amateur wrestling. You had a fight yourself recently, but this is professional wrestling right now. This is CJ Banks versus David Graves, the Grapple British Championship.
Right now, both wrestlers putting on a fantastic mat wrestling performance. I'm loving it at the minute. Nice few gear rolls.
Absolutely, gear rolls they are. That's it.
And the crowd showing their respect.
They are showing their respect. Nice sound round of applause there.
Right now.
Certainly still feeling each other out. Neither of them want to lose this because of the prize that's at stake in this match.
Extremely high stakes on this match tonight, especially after what happened earlier. Neither man wants to be shown up.
Nice takedown there from David Graves. Love that takedown. Shoved off there by CJ Banks. Takes him down again. CJ hits the back of his head, only gets the one cover there. It's too early to put this one away. Looks for a side Russian leg sweep, but gets rolled. Whoa, rolled through for the pin. I've looked for a side Russian leg sweep there, but no, rolls him through for the pin there. And David Graves telling CJ Banks what he thinks about the size of his manhood. What he thinks about how close he got to kicking out or winning the match even right there.
CJ Banks definitely not happy with that. Sneaky headbutt to the chest right there.
Fans enjoying themselves at ringside. And focused on this main event here. The men in the ring trade forearms.
David Graves getting fired up right now. Impressive strength by CJ Banks right there.
Not sure if David Graves there he landed awkwardly there and he looks like he's tweaked his hamstring potentially, or even his knee. I do hope not. I know that's like I'm currently out myself with a knee injury, and as is our champion, which is why our former champion, should I say, which is why our belt is currently vacated. There's no champion, and this match is for a new British champion to be crowned.
Just to say, a wise move right there by CJ Banks, escaping right to inside. Impressive ring awareness.
Absolutely, but CJ Banks there has seen the injury. He's seen the injury. It's like a bullseye on the knee and the left leg of David Graves, and CJ Banks is going to take advantage of that surely in this match. David will have a job disguising that injury. He's hobbling around at ringside, and Juice has already seen it. He knows he's got to capitalise on that. And this is almost one hand on the belt for CJ Banks, as the both men trade blows on the outside.
Not only that, if he takes his leg out of this, Dave can't use a lot of his power, he can't use a lot of his strength, which is what we spoke about earlier.
And there he is, he's just doing a knee breaker there on David Graves, and David's got to be writhing around in agony at ringside. He's just outside my viewpoint now, but I can see that CJ Banks has just connected with a huge European
Dave
uppercut.
went crashing to the floor right there.
If you didn't see it, you heard it.
David Graves sent flying right there, nasty fists to the head right there by CJ Banks.
Rolls him back into the ring, and Graves now favouring that left knee, and CJ Banks is straight on it, wrapping it around the ring, and doesn't want to get disqualified though, does CJ Banks, because if he gets disqualified, there's only one winner and one man getting hold of that championship belt, and that's David Graves.
Right from the Merseyside wrestler.
Running uppercut there. Heavy knee drop across the bridge of the nose, and if you break someone's nose, they can't breathe.
Come on, David, you've got to do better than this. It's going to represent Yorkshire. Get back up, come on.
It's the experience telling right now of Lancashire's own, Merseyside's own CJ Banks. And he's not the self-proclaimed best around, pound for pound, for no reason. He can back up his quotes.
But the one thing which Yorkshire people have, Seb, is heart. And David Graves is going to take a lot more than that before he gives up.
I won't disagree with you there. David Graves is the man that knocked me out of the Marty Jones Invitational Tournament. I know exactly what David Graves has got got to offer, and I've been on the receiving end of that try-time driver several times, unfortunately.
And speaking of which, what does CJ Banks have to watch for while he's going up against Graves?
Well, Graves has got his patented try-time driver, as I just said, and also fifth and last, so there's that spear in the arsenal of David Graves, and he's also got a number of suplexes, and his mat wrestling is absolutely fantastic.
However, can he actually do any of that if CJ Banks keeps taking that leg?
Well, he's going to struggle to get a suplex, or CJ Banks up for a suplex if he's got only one leg to stand on. And he's not going to get any power in his spear if he's only taking off the one leg as well.
He can't run, there's no spear.
Well, exactly. He's going to struggle in this match if that leg continues to persist in hurting him. And CJ Banks persists in targeting that leg. And there's only one thing he should target, and that is the leg. It takes a lot of offense away from David Graves. And if he can't stand, what chance does a one-legged man have in an ass-kicking contest?
CJ Banks adding more and more evidence into his self-proclaimed best pound-for-pound wrestler in the world. And right now, there's not many people who will argue that point.
Oh, stamping across the knee of David Graves, and he's taking CJ out rolling to the outside, and I think I know what's on his mind here. He's going to look to wrap that knee around the turnbuckle, around the post, the ring post.
Not the prettiest offence, but definitely an effective one.
There it is. There it is. CJ Banks there rags the knee right across the... I'm feeling this myself. I'm sat here commentating with you here because I should really be competing. If I wasn't injured myself, I'd be in there right now. But every attack on that knee just hammers home, you know.
Yeah.
And it's painful to watch almost.
And just how painful is it to get hit by that turnbuckle? I've never had it myself.
To have your knee dragged into a ring post like that, to be honest, it hasn't happened to me, but I know it hurts because I've done it to several people myself. By any means necessary.
We all have a past, Seb. We all have a past. CJ Banks relentless on this assault of the Yorkshireman's leg.
Absolutely. And then he's doing the right thing. He's the wily veteran. He knows exactly what he needs to do to get this match over with, to get this match done, and to get his hands on the Grapple British Championship.
David Graves desperately fighting back against
absolutely. David Graves has got his never die attitude. And like you say, Yorkshire folk have heart. He's got a never die attitude, but if he's only got one wheel, how fast can he go?
Right now, he literally doesn't have a leg to stand on. Come on, David.
Juice now, look, grabs hold of that leg and looks to wrap on a Boston Crab. Single leg Boston Crab
right there.
That has got to take it out of you. Shades of Marty Jones.
Referee John Parker questioning David if he wants to continue with this.
David Graves made it to the ropes, but CJ Banks pulls him back into the middle, and this has got to be over. I mean, the work has been done on David Graves' leg so far.
Right in the centre of the ring as well.
He can't reach the ropes. He's in the centre. Is Dave going to tap? Is he going to tap?
David Graves writhing in agony.
What can he do to get out of this? He's in the centre of the ring. He's got nowhere to go. He's managed to crawl. He's got the rope. He's got the rope. CJ Banks has got to let go now. Referee.
Come on, David. Get back in the game. Come on.
But the damage that's been done to that leg so far, and the damage that's going to be done going forward, CJ Banks needs to get back on him. If he wants to get that Grapple Championship belt, he needs to get back on his opponent and back on his opponent's leg. He almost had him tapped out there, David, in the middle of the ring, and
fighting and struggling to get back onto his legs. Not sure going on top is right. Right in the face. Come on, David.
Flying dropkick sends CJ Banks down to the mat. David Graves is almost crumpled in a heap himself. I think he took a blow to the back of the head, and also his knee has got to be absolutely writhing in agony.
I think he must have lost a few teeth there, Seb. That's going to be an expensive dental bill.
Absolutely. Dropkick to the mush.
Picture perfect.
He's been drinking his beers on his life train through a straw. Both men back to their feet. Forearm.
Blows.
For forearm. Coast to coast.
Nice uppercut there.
Both men back and forth. To and fro. These forearms, uppercuts, hard headbutts.
Oh,
The boot to the midsection.
nothing like taking a headbutt though. One of the hardest parts of the body.
And hard slaps down from David Graves. He tries to run off there. Does he? Is his leg going to hold up? Lovely spinning uppercut. David Graves crying out there with a passion, getting his fans behind him, shaking off the leg. Calls for the fifth and last spear. Is he going to deliver? He does! Fifth and last in the corner. Sets it up for David Graves. Try time driver called for. Is this going to be over? Right now, centre of the ring.
CJ Banks throwing him off.
Gets the elbow up. Calls for it again. Going for the suplex in the corner. The running out suplex. Love that suplex. David Graves, both men down still. Needs to float over, get that cover, hook the leg. This one's yours, David, too.
Again, talking about the heart and the passion and the diligence with David Graves right now. Fighting through that leg injury, fighting through the domination that CJ Banks had earlier, and keep on going and getting back on top. Come on, David.
Absolutely. David Graves died, sort of punching his own leg, trying to get the life back into it, get the blood flowing. Needs that movement in that leg if he's going to hit that try-time driver, and he also needs to hit that, maybe he needs to hit that fifth and last spear one more time.
Risky position for CJ Banks.
Absolutely, dives off though,
Nice
diving,
uppercut.
spinning, uppercut though. Takes down Dave, 2. Got a lot of guts, got a lot of fortitude. Like we say, David Graves is used to taking those hits. He can go 80 minutes, can David Graves? Can CJ Banks keep up with him? Or will he get frustrated? Bypass. Oh, lovely T-bone suplex
lovely
there.
suplex right there.
Throws him across the ring. David Graves on top. Needs to cover the man. Cover the man, Dave.
Dave feeding off with the crowd right
Absolutely,
now.
fans.
Maybe not the wisest decision, but let's see if it pays off.
He's taking his time getting up to that top rope. He's called for it, but on one leg, it's going to take him a while to get up there.
CJ Banks capitalising on
Absolutely.
that time.
Juice now. Setting up David Graves. Looks like he's going for
Possibly
a headbutt there. It looks like he's going for another superplex perhaps.
Nasty, vicious headbutts right there.
Certainly setting him up for that superplex. Is he going to get it?
Gonna get it.
Great, blocks it. He blocks
David
it.
Graves
Blocks it
fighting.
a second time. Fighting back. Going blows. Headbutts and CJ Banks really crashing down. And you don't see David Graves up top too often, but he's up there right now. What's he going for here? Elbow! Right to the heart of CJ Banks, and is that going to break CJ Banks' heart when David Graves covers him now, gets the 3 count and becomes British champion? No, it isn't.
But having 13.5 stone landing right on top of you like that, it's got to take you out of the game. Can't be much left now in CJ Banks.
Dave's called for it again. Try time has been called. Wants those 5 points in the bag, wants that championship belt round his waist.
Dave finally doing it on his first opportunity for that belt. Can he get it?
Juice blocks it again, goes to the waistlock. Hey, German suplex. Lands David Graves in the back of his head, rolls through, looking for another. Here comes another. Oh my word, they are solid.
Now, having taken German suplexes before, it's not just its physical toll, but when you get thrown around like that,
release German
mentally,
on the third.
it gets right into your head.
Absolutely. You almost feel helpless, like there's nothing you can do. And CJ Banks taking that knee pad down, looking for his patented knee. He's going to take out David Graves with that knee strike. And this championship, after those German suplexes and this knee that's coming up right now, this championship is going around the waist of Merseyside's CJ Banks. Oh, takes out the referee! Oh no!
Cowboys out!
Cowboys down! Cowboys down! Try-time drive from Dave Graves. Boom! Try-time driver plants him. Cover, but where's the referee at cover?
Come on, ref!
1,
come on, ref! Get up,
2,
ref.
3, it's over!
Send someone out! Come on!
Surely.
This must be crushing for Graves right now. He had that title right in his hands. Come on, John. Get up,
in
John.
for a 10 by now. Dave Graves needs to wake that referee up. Referee's taking a hard strike though into the corner.
Out of it.
Suffering the whiplash.
But can you imagine taking that knee? Anyone would be out right now.
Oh, CJ Banks sinks to a new low. A low blow from pound for pound best CJ Banks. And David Graves, I mean, that's the great equaliser.
If you're a man listening right now, we do not even need
What's
to
CJ
tell
doing?
you
What's CJ doing? Look,
how
look
much
at
that
look what he's got in his hand. This is a dirty tactic CJ Banks I've seen used before.
He's won the title.
He's claiming he's going to win it. Look what he's going to try and do with that now.
Right over the head of David Graves.
Right in the head, gets rid of the evidence. The referee is still down though. CJ Banks needs to get him up. And David Graves looks like he's out cold in the middle of the ring. And this is a foregone conclusion
Banks,
now.
Has he done it?
CJ rolls him over. Cover. Hooks the leg.
No, it can't end like this. Cannot end like
Two.
this.
Oh, kicks out of David Graves. Oh my word. The intestinal fortitude on that man. And the crowd letting CJ Banks know that it was only a 2 count.
I'm sure that's the last thing CJ Banks wanted reinforcing right there.
I can't call which way this one's going to go right now.
Right now, David Graves already won it with that count earlier after the try time.
Juice setting him up.
That knee.
Spear! It's tackle. That is the rugby background with the tackle there. Spear takes down. CJ Banks calls for the try time drive one more time. Bone hits it. Centre of the ring. Gets the cover. Is this one over?
On,
1, 2, 3.
Hey.
And we've got a new Grapple British champion, David Graves.
And
no one deserves it more.
In David Graves' head, after all that hard work, after all that training, his first title shot, to have beaten the so-called pound-for-pound best.
I'm so happy for him. I'm incredibly happy for him. That was one hell of a matchup. That was one hell of a main event. CJ Banks up to his old tricks again, but then he comes out on top of this one. Your winner and new Grapple British champion, the 18 million man, David Graves.
Impressive performance right there by David Graves, and I think making up for the War for Roses.
Fair enough. No one, I think, in Grapple deserves it better right now. No one deserves it more. The man puts so much hard work in.
Here's the rest of the Grapple crew. Colleague here, Seb, going to go congratulate his friend, David Graves.
David Graves!
Such a good moment for David Graves right there.